Pyro Tracks. Shout out to my man Bundles, man. Y'all already know what it is, B. Let's get into this joint called Fury by my man Pyro Tracks. Grind season, baby.
Tracks. Look, I'd rather throw these trash niggas in the ocean. Let it sink in, always deep. Still a cat quick, wear your strong safety. Palomala, the dish clean. Palmala, fuck arms, your hands too small to palm olives. All you peasants is extra virgin, so stay away from the pan pot. The man hot, cause he keep flossing his bands, drops brands like snitches won't envy that man's spot. D's ran knock down doors, playing Glocks. All they gon' do is sing a song, how them slugs wasn't playing the chop. Now that's the fence you shouldn't play along. I'll fund someone to find your wifey, beta wrong. Why? Cause that's something I can spell. I won't put it in the mouth, but that's something I can now. If you ain't paying, I'm spraying the clip, propelling quick. Bucket to a rhythm and something that I can pellet with. My intellect has been a threat since little steps. Shots from the intratech, go in the vest, in the chest. Listen, I got too much talent. Some of y'all niggas be riding too much foulers. Being creative for y'all is new, so average. So just admit it that you could use some practice. Try blocking my plans or try blocking these hands. You gon' be looking like the Junebug challenge, nigga. Too clean, my rap style's from the boot up. All white, you would think my style is from the Ku Klux. Bull rock pace, you're dead if I lean. Sword on face, your head in the beat. And with this power range, out the whip hard, I can only come off you in a powder can. It's been a minute, beloved, how the arms is out. Tommy with the dagger, one call, a monster's out. You need a wizard for pyro to put the mic down. If you gon' shoot it, then prove it, just do it right now. Niggas was loud until I brought the pipe down. So crooked, it ain't just a brand, it's a lifestyle. Nigga.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? You already know what it is. It's your man Bundle, Socrooked TV. And we back with the newly revived My So Crooked Opinion. We got my sister here, Stiletto Diva, in the building. How you doing, sis?
Yeah.
So, we're going to call her Risky, but my wife.
Jay is just fine.
Jay, a.k.a. Risky. You already know, man. It's your man Bundles. We back. The reason why we brung back the My So Crooked Opinion podcast, because I have a lot of people that was asking about, yo, what happened to the podcast? Me and my old lady watch it together. We have a lot of debates about what y'all be talking about and things like that. So I reached out to my sis and said we need to bring it back. She was with it, and you know, wifey is always with whatever I do. Thank you, boo boo. You know what I'm saying? But she's gonna have her own opinion, and so am I, and so is my sister. So let's get started. Now, there was a topic. There was a topic that was brought up, and I said, you know what? I'm going to bring it up on the show. As always, if you want to call in, that's the number right there. You can call in and give your own assessment for whatever it is that we're talking about.
Don't start your shit.
It's day one. I got to.
Don't start your shit.
I got to. Because this is a topic that is gonna hit. It's gonna hit different. I already know it's gonna be some things said, and I'm well prepared for it. All right. So basically, the topic is Simps. Topic is Simps. Now, you know, I have been labeled a simp. Yeah. I have newly been labeled a simp. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, I've been married for 7 years now. I'm saying, and
marriage makes you a simp.
Apparently. So I want to ask y'all, seeing how y'all are women, because I know guys are just gonna say, all right, if you don't do regular homie shit, you a simp. I already know how that go. But I want to ask y'all, one, what is the definition of a simp?
I was just about to say, so what is the technical definition of a simp? Just so I got my shit together.
From my understanding, it's basically following your wife's or your girlfriend's like every move or every beck and call. I guess like that's what a simp is. You know what I'm saying? Like, get go ahead.
I have a question. If that's the case, does that mean that women are simps when they are following their spouse?
It's a good question. It's a good question.
Because that
They're
doesn't.
gonna say she falling in line and she's submissive. That's called being submissive when she. It's not called sense. The other S word, submission.
So we put
Oh,
some submissive and simp in the same category.
That's
it
what I'm
seems
saying
like it.
because it's supposed to be. You see these? We supposed to follow the men's lead allegedly.
I mean, that's how it says it in the Bible. I ain't write the book. I'm just saying.
Look, here he goes. I because as the unmarried one, I don't know. I could be submissive or I could shoot you. Can I say that?
No.
Okay.
You can say what you want. You can say
Blurt
what you
that.
want. This is a
Blurt
free.
that.
This is a free equal opportunity platform. You can say whatever you feel that you need to say. Um, for me, I think I think you simping when you just when I say going with everything that your lady say. I mean, even if she's wrong, you just don't want to let her know that she wrong, and you just gonna go with the flow. To me, that's simping. Like if your lady tells you, "Yo, it ain't gonna rain today," but you know you looked at the forecast first and know that the forecast said it's gonna rain, but because she said it's not gonna rain, you just gonna go with it. And everybody like, bro, you know it's gonna rain today. We watched the weather together. Listen, man, I'm not gonna say now. I don't want no problems. This,
Trusting
this,
your
that, and
wife
the
word
third.
makes you a simp.
That's the definition.
I'm asking.
Is trusting your wife word simping? I wouldn't say that because like for me, and I'm gonna speak for old me and new me. Old me was like, excuse my French, but a bitch can't tell me shit.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? New me is like, I can actually learn something from my woman. Something that I may not have information on that she might have information on. Now, let's be clear. All the time, it's not received immediately. There do be some backlash sometimes because you know men have that mailman cheesemo. But once you realize that yo, she's here to help, I don't think it'd be a situation where you know what I'm saying that we just looking at it like, oh, I'm a simp because I'm listening to her. I don't think that that's the case. What you think? Why are you looking like that? Since it's froze right now, babe, so you
Um,
could tell. Stiletto is froze right
um, my issue with that is that I think they don't look at this from both ends of the spectrum. I try to be fair.
there. Mm-hmm.
And if one thing is good for one, it has to be good for the other. It's all about fairness.
Right.
So with the concept of, a man being the idea of a man being a simp, that means so is the woman being a simp, because just like you with the analogy of, yo, your girl saying that it's not going to rain today and you read the forecast saying it's going to rain. Something that I learned on my own was that
I'm back.
actually most people are reading the forecast wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm telling you, honey, yeah, I understand that that's what it's saying, but you're misinterpreting what it's actually telling you.
Am I
That's
frozen
just,
still?
yes.
Yeah,
Y'all
you
can hear
still
me though.
froze. As far we
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can hear
you, but
you.
as far as your
Okay,
camera, you
that's
definitely
fine.
froze.
So I just feel like, no, you don't always, have to go along with what your spouse is saying. But I mean, most of the time she's right. I'm just saying.
Well,
It may be her
oh
delivery, it may
man,
be
here we
her
go.
perspective, it may be her perspective on certain things, and they're just clashing, but something that we've gone through and we still going through is that I can tell you, look, I can see the fuck shit. You be like, nah, 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 nah. And then here we are weeks later. Here we are, days, weeks, months later. You was like, nah, I remember you was dead ass right. Well, sir.
I think it's a male thing because mine says the same thing. I'll say something from the top, and months later he be like, "Babe, you know what?" I'll be like, "What?" and then I gotta act shocked, like I ain't never said it,
Like
because
what?
because it's
Right?
because
Then
it's
you're
his
gonna
realization. It's not mine. It's his. It was his thinking and his thought process that brought him to there. So
because here's
you
the
know,
thing. Here's my question. Well, not even a question. This is my understanding. You calling somebody a simp, to me, nigga, you must be slow. You gotta be simple minded.
right? Because that's what simp
So that's
is,
two
right?
totally.
Being
That's like
simple. Is
right
that
because
not simple?
that's what I understand. Like the definition of being a simp should be that you're simple because
You're a simple ass nigga.
right. She can tell you right now that the sky is blue, but you see that the shit is black. I mean, you just go like, sir,
I
are
don't
you really
think
that
that's the
like?
terminology
Are
of
you that
simple.
slow?
I
Like
think a
But
simp
that's
is somebody who just don't have their own mind, and it's just like, hey, go do this, do three things. I'm gonna do this.
right, like
Like,
with
I think
no type of
simping
thought.
to me is like the word simp. When I hear it, and I hear somebody call somebody a simp, and this is why like I be having arguments with my dudes. Is like when you live in your woman, like everything is about what your woman say, what your woman say. Oh, you just can't think for yourself. Like she does all
I
the
just
thinking
said
for
simple
you.
minded.
But that's not really simple minded. Simple minded
That
just meaning like
is
you dumb. But you can actually be
that
intelligent, but just follow everything that your girl say.
okay. But here's the thing. Now here's the problem with that. In the retrospect of it being on the opposite end, that's just how they want women to be with their men. To literally be the smartest thing in the goddamn room, but just be like, okay, he said to let's go. We're going to do this. That's what they want.
But that's a woman's
So you
natural state.
but that doesn't change the fact that now this man is supporting everything that his woman says or whatever she wants to do. Or if she wants to move across the country because her job takes her there, or what? Oh, we're gonna stay where we at because of what he want. Well, sir, what you want is not making the money. What you want is not making any sense for our new found lifestyle.
Right.
So now he's a simp because he's like, oh yeah, I'm moving across the country because her bag is bigger. You're a dummy for thinking that he should stay. You a dummy for thinking that he should stay. You are part of the problem. That don't make no sense.
All right. I
Oh, my
hear you
house
on
is saying
that.
that this school is better for the kids, but no, I want my kids to be in, I want my kids to be in the hood. What? Sir?
I think a simp is he just has no mind of his own.
He has
That
no
makes
thought
you a
on his
simp.
own to say, you know what?
That
I
makes you
like
a
what she
simp.
said. Right. You know what? I support what she said. Like, I'm not going against it. I'm just saying I like it and it shit makes sense to me. We
And
can agree on shit.
it's gonna. I'm about to say something really disrespectful.
Oh, I don't
Go ahead.
pause
Talk
me.
your
Take
shit.
me
Here we
out.
go.
Take me out. I don't want to
So
be in that.
I think the men calling other men simps is gay as fuck. Your man is not a simp
Oh.
because he want to go home and be with his wife and his kids. He's not a simp because, all right, I hung out.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
that.
it's about time that I head home. Why you want your niggas under your ass all day? He's not a simp for wanting to have a life outside of his bromance.
Okay.
Because your bro not about to suck your dick. Well, he might if he gay, but
Hey, pause. Pause.
pause. You know, like,
Pause. Go crazy.
sure. I think that a man wanting and a mature man who splits his time between his work, his family, and his extracurricular activities, that doesn't make him a simp. He's a responsible fucking human being. And I think the older you get, the less you have to do certain things with your friends and shit like that. Like, nigga, I got a
But
family now.
but I feel like there are some men who legit want to be around their spouses.
Right.
Like
And I think that's cool as
I
fuck.
think
I
the
think you should
problem is
have
that
a friend.
I feel like there are a lot of men who they have those issues with their spouses, so they legit don't want to be around them. So they don't mind being around their male friends more.
So you
Right.
think
But there are some people,
they're projecting their negative energy onto you? That's basically what you're saying.
Right. I think
basically,
so. Like sometimes you know your man in a situation and he not happy and y'all done had a good time hanging out and it's like, all right, my wife
I'm
just
going
texted me
home.
dinner ready. You know, the kids is looking for me. It's time to put them in bed. Nigga, oh look at this simp ass nigga. Cause I got a home to go to, nigga. I'm a simp.
Oh,
It,
excuse me,
it,
y'all.
it
We
be
got to
like that.
debut. We got to
It,
debut Miss Taz. She crawled up on the bed.
It be like that. Listen,
Oh, okay.
anybody
So,
that
so
wants to call in and have
he's the
some
child.
type of dialogue
Wait,
about this
where are we
this
streaming at so
situation,
I could post this into my chats on the other apps?
which on Facebook and on Twitch. We're on Facebook and
So I
Twitch.
can't see. I gotta go to your Facebook page because I don't
Just
see
go
Mm-hmm.
it
to
in the
my
group.
so
I
crooked
don't see it
opinion
in the.
page.
It's
I don't
not there.
see
I
it in
look.
there.
It's on your regular one.
Now I just sent it to the my so crooked. If she refresh the page, it'll be up there.
Oh,
Okay.
But yeah, like if you like I said, if shout out to my man K Lou, what he said most single niggas don't understand the actual comfort of a woman.
ah,
Mm,
Talk your shit.
the way we're
Talk
not even
your
just
mm,
talking
shit,
about. But mind you, let's be
King.
clear. We're not only talking about single individuals. There'll be people in full blown marriages, full blown relationships, years in, and will dead ass still call another man who is married a simp because he don't want to go home. Hello. But
Because
mind you, let's
what
be
the fuck is
clear.
going on in your house that you don't want to
We're
be
not only
home?
talking about single individuals.
it don't necessarily gotta be something going on in the house. I think certain niggas is just raised certain ways. Like for me, it's a situation like people always say like my wife got a mouth on her. She does. She absolutely does.
We all
But
were born with one.
but my counter to that is that I was raised by strong black women. You know what I'm saying? Yes, my father was around, but predominantly it was strong black women that raised me. My aunts, my grandmother, and things like. And these was women like when I say they were strong, I'm not even talking about just
Mm-hmm.
physically, like mentally and emotionally, just
Oh, baby, I'm not
stern
emotionally
women.
strong. I'm emotional.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, growing up in that type of environment where I had strong women and also had my father, I could understand the balance. Not every nigga in the world, especially in the urban community, have that where they understand the balance between a masculine man and also having a strong-willed woman. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a strong-willed woman will come off as disrespectful to a man that's never seen or experienced that before. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the way they talk, you might be like, yo, I don't like her attitude. Bro, she ain't even say nothing crazy. She just telling you, ah. So I think it got a lot to do with upbringing too, though. I'm be honest.
I just think that some men just don't like the pushback at all. Like it don't even
They
have
don't.
nothing to do. Sometimes it don't
They
even have
don't.
nothing to do with how something was said, because I've been told
What's the word, baby?
that how I go about things are slightly more aggressive than average. But even when I said it nice, you didn't like it because I was firm and stern on what I said. And you didn't like that shit
Sometimes men just don't like women.
or that.
Oh,
But I wasn't
shout out,
going that
shout out
far.
to my guy, Freedom Writer. So he
They
said,
be having mommy issues out the
check this
ass.
out, check this out. But listen to this. Shout out to my guy, Freedom Writer. He said there's a thin line between strong and disrespectful.
There is.
I don't think there's a
And
thin line.
there it is, but the thin line is
I don't think
when
it's
I'm
thin. It's a
being
little thin.
strong. When I'm being strong and it's not being received, I can get a tad bit disrespectful. Because if I'm saying the same thing you're saying, and you can agree if it comes out of a man's mouth, oh yeah, I'm gonna get
Now I'm
disrespectful.
gonna get yeah.
Absolutely,
Unfortunately, that's
absolutely,
that's that's something that is a
absolutely.
real thing. Where, for instance, being the owner of a company or in a boss or in a female boss position, the moment that she makes a move that is like the move, she never gets the praise that the man would. But mind you, she put the same effort, she put the same, her stamp on it.
And
But oh,
since
she
the
was
dawn of
oh, she was
time, this
being a
has been
bitch.
going on.
Now, mind you, she delegates. She makes sure that everybody has their job. She makes sure that Joe does what he's supposed to do. Susan does what she's supposed to do. Oh, but she's being a bitch. How?
Mm.
These are the jobs that you were required to do. And I am the person, because I am the boss, who puts those jobs into play. And now I'm the bitch because I told you to do it. But
I
if
think
if the dude told you to do that, oh no, he's just trying to, get things running. Like what? Make it come on. It's not right. It's not right.
so. You think it got a lot to do with the male ego? That's what you're saying.
Absolutely. Unfortunately.
All right.
Unfortunately.
All right, I'm not going to disagree with you on that if you say it's the male ego, but then I'm also going to counter that by saying that sometimes, and I don't know if there's any women watching, but I know y'all about to go off. Sometimes when women get in a position of power, because they've been suppressed so long, because of the history between men and women, and now they're in a position of power, they abuse it.
Is it? I feel like that's yes. There's possibilities for that. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's not act like it's not a
Oh
thing.
shit,
It's
we got a call.
okay.
We got a call. Hold on. Yo, let me make sure.
Yo,
All right, yo, what's going on? Who this?
this Freedom Rider.
Freedom, what's the word, my guy?
What's going on? Can the ladies hear me?
Hmm.
I can.
Yeah, they hear you loud and
Okay.
clear.
All right. So one of you guys just admitted that yes, it is disrespectful. You take it to being disrespectful, correct?
No, that's not what was said.
That's not what we said.
It was said that once you literally, we can rewind it. You literally just said, yeah, once I say it a particular way, and then after that, yes, I become disrespectful. I didn't just say that.
That's
No,
not
you
what was
definitely said
said.
that. You
No,
definitely
it's
said that.
not.
That's not what was
It's
said.
not what I said.
All right,
I said if you receive it
run it
a
back.
certain
It was
way,
how it was
yeah.
received.
Uh-huh.
That's two different things.
So you never admitted just now, just a moment ago. You didn't
You're
admit
still
that
not
you
listening.
become disrespectful. You didn't just say that.
You're still not, that's the
I
part
agree.
with the
I actually
comprehension there.
agreed with you when you said, is if you're the one that said it's a thin line. I agree. It's a very thin line
Right.
between being
Right after
strong and
that, you agreed. Right after that, you
Oh
said,
my
but
god.
then yes, I
No.
will become
All right,
disrespectful.
let me ask you then.
I'll become disrespectful when it's not
Mm-hmm.
received as
Okay. All
if
right. Thank you. That's
a
it.
man
That's
says
it.
it
When
to
it's not
you.
received.
Oh God, Jesus Christ. You got it, sir.
No, because you. No, I'm just saying. You said I'll be respectful when it's not
Right, you got
received.
it.
I'm just going off of what you said.
You going off what I said, okay? Because there's also a thin line between hearing someone and comprehending what they said. What I
And
said
I hear what you're saying.
was,
That's why I'm asking. Hold
listen,
on. That's why
okay,
I'm
And
asking the
he's still
question.
talking.
That's why I started
you're
off by
right.
asking the question. I didn't
I,
assume. I said
Ladies,
you guys.
let the caller get off what he
he's
said so
getting
we can
his thing
rebuttal.
on. Go
No,
ahead.
y'all
Go
can no,
ahead.
y'all can rebuttal. Y'all can rebuttal. Go ahead, Freedom.
Again, when she just said when it's not received, I become disrespectful. Now, once you become disrespect, and if the man wasn't disrespectful in his counter with you with the conversation, now you became the initiator of disrespect because we're having a civil conversation. It doesn't matter whether we're pertaining to work or relationship. We're having a civil conversation, and because you feel like because a perceived is what you think because you think that it's
She
not
didn't say
being
perceived. She said
received.
received.
Oh, received. Okay, my apologies. Because you feel like it's not being received, then you become disrespectful, and now in turn, the man becomes disrespectful.
I have a
Now we're having
question.
a conversation. Hold on, I'm not finished.
Okay, go ahead.
So with the man becoming disrespectful now, and you're being disrespectful, both parties are being disrespectful. Where's the resolve? There is no resolve. There is no way to come to a close because at this point we are both being disrespectful. And to what you just said, you were the initiator. So yes, you can say what you want to say.
Ladies.
Go ahead, let her
So
take that one.
none of that was said. What I said was that it becomes disrespectful when I say it and a male will say it and it's received as if I didn't say it from the gate. That's what I said. So if
So
I'm telling you
basically,
something and someone else is saying, Sarah, please run it back because I'm not saying that I'm
I
disrespectful.
can't
No,
I'm
I
never
can't
disrespectful.
run
I
it
said
back
and
because
listen
it's
before I
No,
live.
go.
no,
I
okay,
said and
but
listen.
when we replay this, because you're gonna leave it up, and you know I'm gonna tag, sir, guy, you're in.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
tag
if
you.
I'm
I
wrong, I'm
will.
gonna take accountability to say I was wrong. But I heard, and that's the reason I called because I heard what I asked,
Right,
and I didn't come up and assume. I asked the question.
right. So you're forgiving in advance.
All right, but the basic of the question was is like if something is being said. Now this is what I'm listening to what Leto just said, and I'm listening to what Freedom Rider just said. What Stiletto is basically saying is that if she says something and it's not received the right way, but then a man comes right behind her or a couple days, whatever the timeline is, and say the same exact thing and it's received, she said, now I have to be disrespectful because I said it to you first as a woman, but you didn't receive it well. Us as men didn't receive it well until a man said it to us.
Okay,
Right.
so bundles, I'm going to put down a bet, right? And I'm
Oh
glad y'all
Lord
gonna run
Jesus.
it back because literally what she said was When it's not received, she becomes disrespectful, and then
That's not what she said.
used. Hold on.
Hold on,
Then
we gotta
she
run
used.
it back.
Oh my god.
Right, we can run it back. We running it back. So then after she said I'll become disrespectful, then she gave an example of what you just now said. That's not the order of sequence that it happened. She said
Yes,
that
it was.
when it's not received, she becomes disrespectful, and then she used an example of, well, if a man say, we're not talking again, we're not even talking about what a man says or man does. We're talking about a female being disrespectful to a man. It had nothing to do with when a man says it or all of that the other things that go. That had nothing to do with what y'all was talking about, like about her being a female being disrespectful. So using the context of, well, if a man says it or that ain't nothing to do with it. That was like sidebar. But again, this is documented. We can run it back if I'm wrong.
Freedom. Before you go, I want to ask you a question because the topic is men being simps, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is your definition of a simp? What do you think is your definition of a simp?
I feel like a simp would be like just doing anything to just cater. And there's nothing wrong with catering to your woman. That's why this simp shit is kind of crazy. I don't really feel like there's nothing wrong with catering to your woman. I feel like when it goes against the typical ideology of what a man is supposed to do or isn't supposed to do, I think that's because it's so vague. Like, we can go into so much. Like, y'all just was talking about being married and somebody calling somebody a simp. You talking about being single. There's so many different avenues to talk about it on. I feel like it's just whenever it doesn't coincide with what a man thinks another man should do with his woman, then that's when he's called. That's what I feel like he's called a simp. So if a nigga want to leave the party because his girl want him to leave the party, or you a simp? No, my girl cares about my well-being. It's about 2:00. The party. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like, oh, he's a simp, but other niggas and other scenarios like this would point that out.
And I think in a relationship, you should be courteous with one another. It's not checking in. It's not having a curfew. It's like, hey, babe, I'm gonna be here. All right. What time should I expect you? Or if I'm going out, whether mine's told me or not.
What you believe in. I think going against what you believe in as a man to basically cater to your woman, that's simping. You know what I'm saying?
What does that mean?
That's gay.
What does that mean?
That means is that if I feel in my heart that something as a man, whatever it be, I don't want to give an example right now, but whatever it may be, whatever me being a man and what I stand for and what I feel is right and how I feel I should be moving, if I go against that, if I go against that solely to make you comfortable and make and in return making myself uncomfortable, that's simple.
Now, bundles with that.
Why would you do something that makes you uncomfortable?
Hold on.
Because you know that whole terminology, happy life, happy wife. You know my terminology is always happy man is God's plan. You know what I'm saying? So
nigga, I ain't never heard you say that. Knock it the fuck off.
He making shit up. They don't even say that.
Bundles.
What's up? I'm listening, brother.
If you say that's your definition for yourself, right? Or your standards of yourself, right?
Right.
The problem comes into play with me is when someone else projects that onto someone. Like when a man projects, like if you was to project that onto me, your own morals and principles and your ethics and what you believe in and so forth about your relationship, right? You project that onto me because you feel like I'm doing something that you wouldn't do. So now I'm labeled a simp. Do you understand? Like, that's how I be feeling like, and to an extent, that's how that's looked at, because we may look at things differently or view things differently. So morally, what I feel like is different from what you feel like, and I don't feel like I'm going against any of my ethics or principles or anything to please my woman. Am I still considered a simp because it doesn't align with what you believe?
No, not at all. Because at the end of the day, nobody's answer is the same. I'm just talking about for you yourself. That's why, like earlier, when what Jay said is that, and what Leto said is that some men project whatever it is that they got going on onto other men and label them a simp.
Facts. That's why I just used the example I just used. Like, because you feel like it, does that mean that I'm supposed to move on that same ideology? I I don't think that's accurate.
But here's a question though. At what point
Mhm.
do men hold other men accountable for their fuckery? So for instance, my husband is the husband that's not gonna be out all night. But I don't know if you're married or got a relationship or the cases, but he decides, oh, listen, I'm leaving the party 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, or the cases, whatever. I'm leaving, I'm going home. Because that's just what he wants to do. But then he finds
Mhm.
out that your ass stayed there till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You didn't come home until after the sun came, and he now check you on that. You like, nah, so you can't project yourself. No, he's trying to hold you accountable because you got a woman at home. What makes you think that shit is okay for you as a married man to be coming home at 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning?
Okay. Now,
What
let me and
like at what point do you think that shit is okay?
let me ask you in the same breath. What if the standards for their relationship, for their marriage, is that as long as he knows where he's at, that it's okay. It doesn't matter what time he comes in. If he's not out cheating, he's not out doing nothing he's not supposed to do. He's just at an after hour. It didn't close till 4 o'clock. His wife knows exactly where he is. So as my friend, you're checking me about my relationship when actually my wife knows exactly where I'm at. She has my location. So then it'd be like you have no idea about everybody's situation and relationship is different. Wouldn't give
Is
you
that okay to keep those hours in a marriage? Can
Right,
she
like
do it?
regardless of no, like I know where my husband's at all the time, but that don't change the fact that he still know that coming home after the sun ain't it.
is the listen, I understand. Let me give you just give y'all
It's
a
not
real.
even that it's a problem, that it's just not happening.
It's not happening. Last night I just was out at my cousin's house. Fire, if y'all know.
Mm-hmm.
This was at his house. Me and my shorty had like a pretty much like an understanding that after 2 o'clock, you probably shouldn't be out. I'm grown. I'll be 40 years old in a few years. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. After 2 o'clock, probably. Meanwhile, I tell her where I'm at. I tell her where I'm going. And now it's 2 o'clock. I'm in the middle of a recording session. She
Mm-hmm.
is that with me. She said it's 2 o'clock and you're not in the house. Like, well, that you hear the music. I'm with my cousin. It's
Not the studio and dice game.
Shut the fuck up, Lotto. Shut up.
record. I have an upcoming battle coming up on my tracks that she knows about. So either or, she chooses not to come get me. I didn't have the vehicle. She had the car. She was out. She chooses not to come get me. So I have to get an Uber home. So now it's around 3 o'clock, and she's like, "You're still not home. I asked you to come get me."
You
She
could have
showed
took an Uber back then at 2 o'clock when she didn't come get you.
yeah, could have took the Uber. I wasn't finished doing what I was. The Uber was $50.
Oh, so you chose to do
Woo!
what you wanted to do. That's crazy.
Woo!
All right, have a blessed one then. I mean,
Do
Oh shit.
that's okay.
Woo!
Oh,
You
now,
have
now,
all these options. That's
this is my thing. Now, ladies, I want y'all to hear me out. Basically, what I am hearing is that, nigga, I told you, you didn't like the situation.
Ooh,
You
child.
you did not like this situation. So in return of you not liking the situation, mind you, like he just stated, he's not doing anything wrong. He's in the studio doing his craft. He's a rapper.
right.
He's in the studio doing his craft. But because you didn't like the hours, you took it upon yourself to not do something that you would have done normally, which was come pick him up from the studio. But because you did not agree with the hours, you left him to basically find his way home.
Okay.
Does that sound fair and does that sound right?
What's fair and what's right is he knew what time that was already agreed upon to come home.
Say
Right.
that
If I'm understanding,
what
if
he
I'm
said.
understanding what was being said, that they had an agreed upon conversation that 2 o'clock was the cap. The conversation after that was, hey, it's 2 o'clock, you're not home. So mind you, technically wherever he was, I don't know if it was 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, she would have technically already been on her way at 1:30, right? Technically, she would have been already out of her house on her way there at 1:30 to be there to pick him up at 2.
Right.
But it doesn't seem like that's adding up because at 2 o'clock, she's already texting him like, why you not home? Because he should have been already on his way home. So there was maybe some disconnect or
hold on.
misunderstanding. I'm not sure because I wasn't there.
Hold on, babe. Let him interject. We gotta
Yeah,
give
Okay.
we gotta
actually,
give the
I
callers a
actually
chance to
text.
interject.
I actually texted her myself because when
Okay.
I'm in the middle of recording, it was exactly 2:01. I said, "Oh shit, let me text her and tell her I'm still here." And
But
that's
what?
what she said. It's after 2 o'clock. I said, "It's 2:01. Are you serious?" Like,
But I have a question. You text her at 2:01, right? Saying that you were still there. This is how I can only based on how I work with my spouse. Is that if I know that I'm going to be longer, like say 1:30 when it came around, I would have been like, damn, I feel like I still need to be here. I would have texted him at 1:30 saying, listen, don't come now. I'm gonna stay a little bit longer, or whatever our driving arrangement would have been. You're now finally realizing, like you said, you doing what you do. So you realize, oh shit, it's now 2:01. I get the text from her, and now I gotta text her back. It seems like you was just doing what you wanted to do, never having her in mind that she was supposed to come get you anyway. So what if you still was doing what you was doing and she would have been sitting outside and you'd have been like, well, I'm staying a whole another hour.
well, there was never an understanding that she was supposed to come get me. So and the
So she
understanding.
was so she was never supposed to come get you?
Hold on. No, there was never an understanding that she was supposed to come get me. I never said that she was supposed to come get
So how was you gonna get home at 2 o'clock?
me.
If that was the original time frame.
Listen, my original plan was to get on the Uber the way I got there, which was $10. When I got on my way home, it was $50. I'm not spending $50 on Uber when we have a vehicle. So I'm just gonna ask my girl to come get me because I know she's up and say she knows where I'm at. I'm not her to come get me from.
So, oh wait, I'm sorry, I had blinked out. So your girl refused to come get you?
Yes.
Was she sleeping when you called?
No.
Okay.
Now see now.
Well, I'm the one that will get up and go because if we're sharing a vehicle, if I'm not asleep and I'm up already, I'll go. Oh, you're
This
gonna hear my fucking mouth, motherfucker.
this is
But I'm
my
gonna come.
this is my gripe, right? This is my gripe about this whole situation that Freedom Writer is talking about. As a grown man, and this leads into the whole topic of simping and all that shit. As a grown man, and I know this might start an argument, but I'm here just to speak on behalf of as a grown man, for me to feel like I'm being punished. I'm out doing something that I feel like I need to do for me. That sounds crazy. Because her not coming to pick him up is a form of punishment. As a grown man, I'm not out at the club. I'm doing something productive. I'm an artist. This is my career. These are things that I do when it pertains to my career. And because in your feelings, you punished me,
Right.
pick me up.
Now, what if something happened to him because
No,
she
Excuse
didn't come
me.
pick him up?
I hear
Excuse
the
me.
That's what I think. That's what I think. Like, what if I would never forgive myself if he asked to come get me, for me to come get him, and then I'm like, no, because I have an attitude because he's not in the house, and something happens to him.
to me
Nah.
that's that I'm being punished because of something that random
Oh.
ever may have you. I'm being punished because you're in your feelings. Am I bugging for saying that?
No, you're not.
From my understanding, the original, what he said, there was never a predeceived that she was supposed to be coming to get him. For one, that was never even in the cards until he found out that hours later, the same Uber that he took there, where he was originally going to take back, was now $50. So you was going to take the Uber no matter what. Like that's just what it was, and you still wind up taking the Uber after the fact. So I'm still confused. As of like, I'm not saying that she's not wrong in how she went about it, because there should have been a clear conversation.
Beautiful
I
design.
think that's where I'm having the issue, that there wasn't a clear conversation. All of this is a bunch of assumptions. Oh well, I thought that she would have came and got me because we got a shared vehicle. Well, she thought you was gonna be
Yeah,
in the
well,
house at
also,
two
I
o'clock no
agree with
matter
that as
what.
well. That should be conveyed like, hey, if you're not at a certain time, do you need me to come pick you up?
Like
If
this,
you need me to
right? There
come
should have been
get
a
you,
conversation. So yeah, she
yeah,
was being petty at
I
the
get that.
201 shit. Absolutely, she was being petty at that 201. She was
Wait,
being a petty
201?
motherfucker.
Oh, I missed that whole shit. I
Right.
like
And
your
so
style, girlfriend.
she was being petty as shit. She had her alarm set for 201, baby. Matter of fact, let me tell you, if you got an iPhone, she had that shit already preset. She had it preset where you can send the message later. She had it set already. Okay.
He said,
But
for me.
right, she had the message waiting to be sent. Why
Right.
was nigga not coming to the house at 2 o'clock? Watching shit be sent at 2:01. Okay.
real,
And the deadbolt is on at 2:05.
real quick. I think
Mm-hmm.
we overlooked what I said at the beginning of my statement. Grown now for niggas that are like
You're breaking up, sweetie.
wait. Women
That's
Why
that
you
because
want
it's
me to wait? I'm
bullshit.
telling you, you're breaking up. I couldn't hear you.
sorry.
That's because it's bullshit.
The women that can't bill move like and do you really help the nigga it down? So I can't really be with you. As a that kid, my responsibility that I put together, making sure the whatever I gotta pay is paid. Doing doctors. Cause I'm doing something for me that you said. I'm being penalized by you not.
I heard his original statement. His phone is breaking up. It is wrong to penalize someone for something. I don't know. I don't want to say it was beyond his control. Was it beyond your control?
No,
Is
he
he
was
still on
just
the line?
doing.
Let's listen. Let's give more context. Because like Bundles just said, the 2 o'clock thing we use reference. Like
Okay.
club, so you get in the crib by 2:30. That was the reference. And this was so long. This I'm not a clubber. I'm not somebody who go to the club and party. This isn't. And yeah, so when I told her where I was going, and then I originally was going to come home. The reason I didn't try to come home because I didn't have the $50. So let's just
Right.
put it out there. I didn't have $50, and I explained that. I explained that I don't have the money that they're asking for to cover for me to come home. So can you come get me? What I actually had to do was wind up asking my cousin to give me money for my ride. So if I would have never came home, that would have been even more of a problem. Correct?
That's
Right.
true. That's
Right.
true.
I
What is moving?
in the car that we're driving, I literally just put gas in the car that we're driving.
Oh, you filled
I'm
up the
asking
gas
you,
tank.
yeah, I'm
You came
asking
in.
you to cut like so I left
You hyping it up, Bundle. Shut up.
there. It's the truth. So yeah, that shit was weird. So I'm still communicating though. I'm communicating. I told you where I'm going before I left. You knew where I was at. I asked you to come get me from the place. So it's not like I'm asking
Right.
you.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? That's crazy,
Right.
man.
Let's be clear. We never agreed that what she did was right. I was just trying to get a better understanding because with him trying to give a general concept of it, I was only putting two and two together, and I'm like, well, shit is not adding up to 201. Her having this attitude, something was misunderstood. There was,
Yeah.
you were communicating on your end after the fact, where in my situation, we need to have this communication up front in the very beginning before we're going out. Granted, things may change, things are liable to change, right, babe?
Right.
Like that happened when you went out just recently. I told your ass to take your fucking car. You chose not to take your car, and you was mad as shit. You was like, damn, I gotta call her because come get me. And mind you, we only 5 minutes from where you was at. But he was like, damn, I gotta call, babe. Can you come get me? I was like, so wait, and I had to be an asshole. Didn't I tell you to take your fucking car? Like, I'm coming to get your stupid ass, but didn't I tell you to take your own fucking car?
Look, it's different. If I inconvenience you, I can understand why you would probably be upset. If I
But you did. Because nigga, you should have took your own car. You took your car to the person's house, left it, and then took his car. That's
no,
crazy.
as far as the caller, as far as the
Right.
caller, freedom. You know,
I'm sorry. Sorry.
hear any inconvenience in the situation
No,
because
no, there wasn't.
she was up.
No, there was no inconvenience, but I still feel like there should have been a conversation in the beginning.
Now look, this is what I meant about as far as the simple situation. Now, if 150 goes up, he didn't finish his track. He paid for the studio time. He got the engineer there. Who knows? Because sometimes your engineer that you like the best is hard to get in contact.
Right.
It takes time for you to sit there and be like, you know what? I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut this shit short. Jeopardize around, jeopardize me not finishing the track, not being able to get with my engineer for a couple of more weeks. I'm gonna cut it short because God damn it, my wife's gonna kill me.
But
That's
this
a,
is what,
that that a simple text message could have resolved all of
but
those
that's
emotions that he go through.
right. But that's why I said,
The text message, she's just tight that he ain't gonna be home by 2, and he's like, you know what? This
here's the thing, and what I'm trying to get across here, I don't know if it's being received, where no matter what he would have done, she just would have had a fucking problem. Because I don't know what the fuck her problem is. That's his woman. That's something he got to figure out. What I'm saying is, no matter how this would have went, you should have covered your ass. You
young
covered your ass. Wait, he
man,
covered his ass as much as he thought he could, but you would have had a laundry list of shit like, oh, babe, listen, around 1:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30, listen, I might call you and let you know that you might have to come get me, or maybe not, whatever. You listen, sir. I am telling you this because this is how bitches be thinking. Okay? Listen to me and listen to me clear. You should have covered your ass so much with wherever her argument would have been, even though it's already shut down. I'm hoping it would have been shut down, even, and it would have never been no more of a conversation. That's all I'm saying.
Off
Cover your
topic. What
ass,
time?
sir.
What time did you make it home?
Look at
3:30.
the go through.
3:30.
Yeah, it was about 3:30.
Look, all right, look, I didn't even know. I just said 3:30 because he said he left at
And
3.
she was tight.
Big
She was
tight.
tight. I know she was tight.
She was sitting up in the living room on her
Yeah.
Goodbye. She
Wait,
tight.
lights on or off?
even though she was in the living room. I turned the light on. I said, "Oh shit!"
She was not playing. She petty. She
She
petty for
sounds
that.
good. So not only that, she probably got out of bed and went and sat in the living room just because she's
My
like, oh,
lord, sir.
he got me fucked up.
She
yo,
was being petty as fuck.
shout out to my man Ricky Hope. He says, so why do men have to do that at home?
Oh Lord.
That's what I just said. Why do men have to go through all?
Unfortunately, sir, that's the woman you picked. So figure it out.
It's not going through all of that. It's not me.
No,
A
you
text message, I'm fine. Communicate intention. Because I like to be outside too. Shit happens. Sometimes the time gets away from
Niggas
me.
ain't trying to
So
hear
if
that.
I
That's
if
why I'm
I
going
see the
first.
time getting away from me, hold on. I'm not gonna pause my turn up like, hey, babe, I'm at the studio. My track is running a little long. The engineer just came in and they just bought a fresh set of dice out.
That's all I'm
So I'm gonna
saying.
be a little while. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be a little while. So
now
I'm communicating that I won't be home anytime soon. So you don't
you,
be looking for me.
but look, here's
Mine
the
don't call me. I don't like it. Say
I
something, motherfucker.
I you see that last part? So aggressive with you better call me motherfucker because she's already
Say something, motherfucker.
finished. You already have an intense dialogue from me telling you that something's getting ready to go outside of our norm. But just before that, you were so calm, cool, and collected to say that, yo, I'm chilling. Because you're not worried about a repercussion so much from us, like the way we would receive a repercussion from y'all.
Because
That
I text. That whole
no, I
I'm
think that's what you
time got
right.
away from me is because I text.
Right.
So
That's
when
what
you're
she's
not
trying to
saying
explain.
nothing, when you don't say anything, you get yeah, motherfucker. If I'm texting you, like
Yeah, mother.
I'll stop anything and be like, because I don't want no smoke with mine. Apparently, y'all
Wait,
like smoke with y'all women. I don't want no smoke with mine. I don't. I
call
don't
in.
want no smoke.
Ladies, the numbers is right there on the screen. We do have call waiting. If you want to call, you can call in. We'll get Freedom Rider off. But right now, we're talking with Freedom Rider and, simping in the situation with,
But
you know, that's
Hold on,
honey,
Consideration is not simping.
honey, here's the reality of this.
wait. He had
Oh,
something he was.
I'm sorry, he was saying something. Go ahead, friend.
cause you just right after you was like, yeah, motherfucker, right? And, right, and this is where I came in to the phone call with the way you talking. So you initiated the motherfucker, right?
No, the disrespect was you not contacting. But go ahead. That's where it started.
As being like, how do I move? You took it now. You had this telling me about myself. Now you're disrespecting me, like cursing at me. and you're not saying. Let's be real.
It's expressive language. It's a little different.
And right, fucker.
So be clear, I don't speak like that to mine. I don't. I absolutely do not.
I do, unfortunately.
I'm
Unfortunately, yeah.
dragging it. I'm dragging it. I don't speak like that to mine because I don't want him speaking like that to me. So, um, again, we can speak classy or we can speak ratchet, but I don't initiate conversations with my significant other aggressively because don't talk to me aggressively. I'm sensitive and I'm a little hood girl sometimes. So aggressive means to me that I gotta punch you in your shit. And I don't want to do that because I love you. So we're gonna talk to each other the way we want to be spoken to.
Now, if
That's
I
it.
on this live right now and say, yeah, Jay, I'll punch you in your shit. Every female on this shit going, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Oh, this motherfucker,
I said
this, that, this,
if you
that.
speak to me how you want to be spoken to.
Y'all gonna punch us in our ass. Y'all gonna break our arm. Y'all gonna do all this other shit. Girl was like, yeah, keep that nigga in check.
It's not again, we don't have that issue in our space. I don't put my hands on this man. Be clear. I'll threaten it in a minute. I'll threaten it. I ain't gonna put my hands on nobody.
Sis, I hear you 100%. But us as niggas, when we can hear that a female can say, oh, that, fuck if you do it or not. It's the fact that you felt me to say it. You just felt nigga in his eye.
Also, wait, I'm being disrespectful in dialogue on a podcast.
But let a man say that same statement. Oh, he's
even
being
if it's just a
possessive.
threat.
He's being
Even if it's just
possessive.
a threat.
He's abusive. He's all these different things. But the girls in the comments would be like, "Yeah, bitch, keep that nigga in check."
The girls in the comments didn't say that, so don't
No,
bring me in that.
nobody said that. Nobody said that.
Nobody said that.
What I'm saying is that don't
That's
speak to me aggressively because then it goes left. When
Here's the
someone
thing.
speaks to you aggressively, don't you respond with aggression or you level headed? I don't catch myself enough to be level headed if someone is speaking aggressive to me. I only do that at work. So, frankly, I use all of that patience at work. So, if you approach me aggressively, yeah, you might get aggression back because I'm not in work mode and I'm who
if
you
you
talking to?
though to if I'm saying the word right, if you have the word though to calm yourself down at work, even like let's just say your
Because
boss.
I ain't losing money.
Oh, exactly. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
When,
That's the
why
whole
is
nother.
it that
That's the
women
whole nother
value the
concept.
money more than
That's
they
the whole
value
nother
their
topic.
man?
Bundles. That's the whole nother
Don't involve me in that shit.
topic.
Mm-mm. It's about how you speak to someone. Again, I don't begin in aggression. I said that, right? I don't speak to mine in aggression because I don't like him speaking to me in aggression.
Nah, check it out. Check it
Because
out.
it can go from you being aggressive to me getting aggressive right back. Now, what you trying to do? That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry, sis, you're right. But if I pull up to your job, right, I'm coming to take you to lunch. I pull up to your job. I hear your boss barking on you. You did something wrong at the job, but he barking on you. I'm talking about he letting you have it. You just sitting there, okay,
Oh,
I'm
that never happens.
I'm
Right.
I'm gonna do better. All right, cool, whatever. You get home and I be like, yo, babe, yo, you ain't do the dishes, man. What's going on? It's exactly how I'm saying it. Motherfucker, who you think you're talking to? It? Blah, blah, blah. Whoa, hold on. I just watched your boss just rip you a new one and you ain't say shit. All
Cause
I
these dishes that I'm washing don't fucking pay no bills in this bitch. Are you stupid? Like, stop playing with me.
So now, if that's
Make
the
it make
case, now
sense.
let me tell you, let me give you a little bit of insight into what it is that I do. When I say that and I say that I'm met with aggression, I am property management tenants meet me with aggression sometime. Okay. And I also let them know this ain't that. I said in a professional tone, yeah, I won't raise my voice, but my tone can get just as aggressive as theirs. And I also let them know that you can remove yourself from my fucking office. I'm not cursing, but you're not going to talk to me like that. So go on the other side of that door and handle whatever it is that you need to handle before you bring your ass back in here and talk to me. I don't allow anybody to talk to me crazy, boss or anybody else,
You know. You know
because I don't talk crazy to people.
what's crazy is that I work in uh, project, and to be honest, my
They
attorney,
be quick to talk back. What?
I didn't even say anything yet.
No, I'm sorry. Oh, no, no, no. I was reading a comment. See, but your whole thing about talking back, nobody is a child. Like you tell a child they can't talk back, not your significant other.
um, the
I'm
situation,
sorry, sir. Go ahead.
the scenarios of what you described of a male and a female, especially a female being in authority, it's the irony is that you don't see those those cases happen infrequent with men and men as you do with female and men, and especially black female and men. And I don't.
We gonna go there.
And so the
We
reason I
have
say
to.
that is hold on, and the reason I say that is because what Bundles just now said, as men, like aggressive, like you just now said, aggressive is met with aggression, right? As men, we already have that notion in our head. So most of the time, we don't really get aggressive with each other because we know once we get aggressive, where it's going to go.
Yeah, we know where it's going to
So
go.
But y'all get aggressive with women.
hold on. I'm talking about a female being in power, and this is actually what I'm speaking about a female being in power and it being the aggressiveness with I want to say subordinate. And I say that like again, I've seen men in power, and I don't see the same conflict that happen with men with females that's in power and with men in power. And I just feel like like that whole aggressive thing, you become it. Most females, most I'm not going to say all, but most females, they already feel like I have to do more because I'm a female. I have to do first of all, I have to do more because I'm black. I have to do more because I'm a female, and I have to do more because I want equality. I have
Is
to
it
be
not the reality?
better and so forth. And then get that position. Most females, like when it comes to education and books and so forth like that, we have a higher rate of females who we want to and successful than men in the corporate world. So that's this why it's a fluctuant of females in higher positions. They do better and they succeed better in those positions. But once they're in their position, that aggressiveness that they feel like they have to carry because they're in a predominantly man world, like the profession that they're in is predominantly men. So they already have a chip on their shoulder that they're a female. So I can't be soft, I can't be this, I can't be that. And most of them that I know of, most of them be from the hood, be black, and be ratchet and be aggressive. Show and eat. Listen, I promise you, I'm speaking from somebody who my own sister, was my boss before. So I'm telling you, I see, and not just my sister. I've seen it with other females in general. It's just that when it's females in power, the whole conflict with men and females is more than it is when a man is in power. Those conflicts don't happen nearly, not nearly. And we can't say
Oh my god! If the expectation is supposed to be met and the expectation is not met, and then now I have to question you about it, niggas don't like that. Let's keep it a buck here, and that's just what
They
that
don't
is.
like being questioned at
They
all.
don't like being questioned. It doesn't matter who's questioning. The
but
expectation is this. You're giving me this. Now that I am telling you that this is not what's gonna work, now you have a problem with it? Now you're calling it a conflict? No, I am in a position that needs to now correct where you did not, where you failed at. And now I have to tell you about your failure. Now I have to tell you that no, we're not going to fail anymore. You need to do better. Now it's a conflict. It's not a conflict.
Can I
Do
ask
your
you something,
fucking
sir?
job.
Can I ask you something, sir? Do you think that you could have done better by making a phone call? Because this whole what we're having now stems from the fact that it was a lack of communication the women are feeling in the comments as well. So do you think all of that attitude that she had for you and that smoke could have been solved if you had initially made a phone call the minute that you saw that you were going to be late?
the minute that I was late, which was 2:01, I literally
No, still not late
No,
enough.
I'm not talking technically, Jurga. Like you already said that you were trying to finish something for a battle, right? And if you knew at a certain point, all right, this is not going to get done, you didn't look down at your phone or your watch one time or look at, I know you have to look at the time because when you're in a studio, you know your track is going to run X amount of time and you got this amount of time to get everything that you need to say in the allotted time, right? So you knew that everything wasn't flowing how it needed to flow for you to be out, drop your shit and be out. You don't think you could have made a phone call or shot a text message?
say. All right, so I'm going to answer that and say that I could have possibly sent a text message or a phone. I'm going to rebuttal that and say, in that same breath, she has been to the studio with me, and she knows how long that it
It,
takes to do a track. So
well, when she's with you, it doesn't matter. She's with you. She's not
Give
concerned by that.
callers a chance to get everything out, then we can rebuttal.
yeah, because I answered you and then I went into my rebuttal. The fact that she knew exactly where I told her where I was going. She knows exactly where I'm at. I asked her to come pick me. I hear what you're saying about, and I take accountability for that. Yes, if we want to be technical like that, yes, I could have possibly sent her a text message, to tell her that I would be running a little bit late.
That's it.
I got to his house at 11. I don't understand. No, like I did everything I felt like as a man we are supposed to do. I let my girl know where I'm going. She knows exactly where I'm at. So I don't, the extra year I could have possibly seen just for that. Yes, I possibly. I don't feel like to the extent of where it got taken is because of me failing to send a text message when you know my where.
Can I tell you this? Like I said it earlier when we got to the beginning of this, you know your person. You know that this. I'm gonna assume that this is not like the first time that this type of shit has transpired, even if it's not in the same exact example. But something like this has transpired where there was
I don't think she
a lack of communication or
Hey,
something of that sort.
he did say this was the first time that this actually happened. I don't know if you caught what he was
This
saying.
is the very first time that this has ever happened. That's why I
And
don't hang out. I don't do all of that. And most of the time when I do go hang out, most of the time, so this is the first time that a situation like this has ever happened. So it's not in the.
Okay.
okay,
So was it a learning experience for you?
Oh yeah, I learned a lot from it. I'm not there right now.
Wait, you said you're not there, you left?
Yes, I'm not there. Right
Y'all broke up?
now. Huh?
Y'all broke up? Jay, bring mommy her psychology glasses.
shut the fuck up.
Mediation right now. I don't really know, but I left. So that's all.
That was your response to that, sir?
Check this out. Let me say this though. Yeah, I know you're looking at him like he's crazy even for something so minuscule. I'm guessing that's what y'all thinking, right? Am I cool to say that?
But we don't know the whole story. So, but technically, I am thinking that because that's a small thing that communication on both parties could have solved. You know
Which
how
That's
I
all I
feel about
said.
that.
which one? Now you got to be as a male or a female to figure out which one is more of the extreme. Now they got one extreme where she left him high and dry.
They
Where
both was extreme. No, okay.
oh look,
She was extreme when you say high and dry. Yeah.
let's be clear. My guy is from Philly. Philadelphia is a dangerous city.
Boy, every city is dangerous. Move on.
Yeah, cool, but let's just say he lives on a side of
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
dangerous. The fact is that now he has to either take a Uber, never know these Uber drivers be serial, whatever may
He was
happen.
taking an Uber anyway.
Consideration, right?
Is that what we're forgetting? He was taking an Uber anyway.
He finish, please. If she takes it to that extreme where he feel like he was disrespected by her not coming to pick him up, and his retaliation or his gripe is to say, you know what, I don't need to deal with this right now. I'm gonna
I'm
call it.
out.
I need to go. Who's to say that he's wrong for
Yikes.
disrespected the same way how that female felt disrespected for not him not calling that too? You took one extreme and I took another. There's no real blame
Right.
in the situation.
That's all it is.
That's a lot. That's a lot though. Like, um,
That's
coming in at 201. I'm not about to leave you. You're gonna hear my mouth about communication, but I don't think that warrants a breakup, especially if this is his first time doing it. But maybe he didn't like how she spoke to him when she was sitting on that couch, shaking her hand, smoking a Newport. Maybe he didn't like that shit, like whatever she said.
I don't like that it felt like what Bundle said earlier about the punishment. I
It
don't
felt
like.
like a punishment.
Yeah, I carry myself a particular way.
Is she older than you?
Actually, she is. That was a good call.
Mm.
Um, so I'm just not going to settle for certain shit I've lived. I've been. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, certain shit
Do you mind if I also ask what does she do? What's her career?
is an administrator for. She owns her and her mom own private home health. Hair joint.
So she get a couple of dollars and she older than you?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up,
Okay.
Leto.
I'm asking questions, baby. I'm trying to understand. Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
She is saying what she
Don't do that.
No,
has a
I
lot
want
to
to get
do.
an explanation. That's why I
Yeah,
asked. I want.
listen.
Yeah, yeah, because it screamed like how he was saying, and then I'm asking because when I was saying what it is I do, and he was saying about how I speak and how women in the workplace in a position of power tend to speak in a certain time. I'm like, oh, okay. So now that you're saying all of this is transpired from one mishap, she sounds like a lady who's older than you. She sounds like a lady who's getting a couple of dollars on her own, and yeah, your response is, I don't even mean to offend. It would be typical if sometimes men are intimidated by that. Not to say that you're intimidated by it, but it sounds like a situation where it was just like, oh, I don't have to deal with this shit. You don't have to talk to me like that. And I'm not coming in because you said it 201 and you did all this bullshit on some
It also,
riffing because you knew where I was at. It's conversations could have been had.
it also can have been reciprocated that like I said earlier about that situation.
Wait, who's 10 toes? Who is he talking about?
Who? Who you talking about?
In the comments. I'm sorry, I'm commenting. He
Oh,
flashed across the screen. I'm in the
I,
chat.
so with that same analogy of saying that, saying she's successful and things like that, do you think that played a part in how she handled that situation?
Sometimes I think women who have that mentality of that uber independent mentality, because that's kind of strict. If somebody tell you 2 o'clock and 201 they're not there, it's a big thing. It's not a big thing. Like I think we've spoken behind the scenes a lot about deal breakers in relationships, and you know I don't think it is a big deal, especially if this is the first time happening. But she sounds like somebody's like, motherfucker, I don't need you or this.
Do you
And she probably went up. It probably went up because if she was up sitting up waiting because he was a minute late or a minute late on a phone call,
let me ask
she went in. She went in.
do you think that this same outcome would have happened if she wasn't financially set?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I
That's
don't think it would happen.
that's the part that for me is like the trigger is a little bit more quick to release when money's involved. Like when a female has money or a female has her own stability, the trigger for disrespect is that much quicker than a situation where they're putting love for the finances. Like, yeah, you can take care of yourself. Cool. Who's to say you're gonna find another man like you got? I'm not saying you can't. I want to make that clear. I'm not saying that you can't. But to me, sometimes females' responses to things is based on security of whatever it may be, whether it be household, whether
Mm-mm. It
it
was
be
a trauma response.
It was.
trauma from.
Listen,
It was a
listen,
trauma response.
everything that she is saying in this segment of what we talking about, I agree with. Everything that she's been saying, she's been spot on. And it is a trauma response, and it is because she has money, and because I know these things and I'm aware of it. That is the reason why. Not saying that we about to break up, but I needed my space. I needed to breathe, and I do see the bigger
And
picture.
you need to tell her that you showing her that you're a man and you feel disrespected by what she I get it. I get it. I get
Yeah,
it. But don't let too much time pass and y'all not have a serious conversation
so
and discuss respect and boundaries in your relationship. Ten Toes, the one who made the comment about the dishes, she is actually married to the male host, so she's not single. They've been together forever, have 2 children. She is hella aggressive though. She really is.
Super aggressive. Baby, I love it. Um, that was yeah. So before we went down this rabbit hole with the guests right now, Freedom Rider, we was talking about simping, and this is a perfect example of a simp situation. Cause like I said earlier, the dude that just would have been like real like schizophrenic and just like, oh, I gotta stop.
Not schizophrenic. Shut the fuck up.
That's the nigga that grab her by her neck. What the fuck you sitting in this living room in the dark for, bitch? He done choked her out and flipped. Bitch, I said I'd be back at 2. It's 2:01. You disrespecting me, yo?
Right. Yo, bro, the woman got you running like that, nigga.
Yeah, that would have been cold. That he would have been a simp in there, like, cause nigga, you scared of your bitch,
He
Right.
didn't know I only went home to go choke that hoe.
right?
I'll be
Who
right
run
back.
that house? Dick or pussy run that house?
Nah, that,
That's old, but that's old bundle. Dick run this house. That's that old bundle slide now. Look at you asking questions, nigga. You lining it up. You
nah,
changed, man. You married now. It ain't like that. No.
it would be crazy. That should be like as an example, because one of the reasons why I do security work. You know, I'm a bouncer. They got a couple of athletes around my bar. Once I got married, I wasn't going to the athletes no more. I'm going home. I'm going home to my family. You know what I'm saying? I know my wife expects me to be home at a certain time and shit like that. So,
Nigga like
this,
me. The fuck? Bitch, he wanna be around me. He wanna be in my skin all day. The fuck?
hold on,
Huh?
hold on, man. Just I get
Look, I'm
laid.
wearing his sweater because I be wanting to be inside of him, but too. Like, whatever. Not like that. I shouldn't have said it like
You
that.
a
I'm sorry.
simp. You a simp.
All day.
Risky.
Love you,
You a
Mookie. Uh,
simp.
I don't want to go to the athletes.
Nah, because I definitely put my guy's shirt on my pillow because I thought he was staying out last night.
And for
never.
me,
I get it. I
I'm
do. I be liking how to smell. I can't go to sleep.
cussing. I'm going because she going to kill me. I'm going home because I go home. Like, the fuck is in the athletes for me? You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of bitches in there. Excuse my French, but there's a bunch of bitches in there. They,
Real talk,
No,
though.
nigga,
Real
you come
talk.
home because you like me. Say that.
The athletes ain't lit no more. Ain't nothing in these streets.
I mean,
Ain't nothing in these streets.
being like, yo, bundles, yo. That's
The
that.
single niggas and the niggas that don't want to be home want to stay out all fucking night. Boy, if you don't come and get this plate out the microwave I left for you and sit in bed and rub your feet together like a cricket and tell me what happened tonight.
Hey, bundles.
What's up, dog?
You know, I just was recently doing security, so let me just vibe with you real quick, right?
Boy.
A 6 hour shift. I'm gonna say 6 to 8 hours,
Mhm.
right? Where your temperament is up or down the
Mhm.
whole entire time.
Right.
From either chilling, you gotta put somebody out, somebody drawn, you gotta fuck somebody up, it's up and down. You gotta be aggressive because you're a security guard, right?
Absolutely.
After doing that for 6 hours, yes, I want some tender loving, hugging, kissing, fucking, and all that shit. I done been around all this aggression for 6 hours. Yes, I want to be around my shorty. I'm sorry. Like I will be around y'all niggas when we designate something specific to do. We have something. We had a game night, or we watching a game, or we playing spades. Other than that, on a regular basis, I did that shit, bro. I'm going home to my shorty. Like that shit did. I don't even want to be outside. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even want to be in the air. I don't even really want to be in a bar until 2 o'clock. That shit is like, bro. I would much rather be in a crib.
Yeah, my going out days slowed down a lot.
Yeah, I would just much rather after going to work, just already late. Like I get off at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it's late already. And then I'm tired. Like I want to go
And I have
relax, be in my safe space.
right. I have guaranteed pussy at home. I have guaranteed pussy waiting. I am. What is the point of going to the athletes to look at these?
That's
No,
right. That's right. That's exactly why after this podcast, you call your woman and you lay the law down and you let her know I love you and we don't do this to one another.
I'm going home.
That's right. That's right.
God.
Go home.
Wait, nigga,
Go
y'all home or her home?
home.
Wait, y'all home.
Go to your home.
Y'all home.
It's a cold world. Ain't nothing in these streets.
Right?
Yo,
They be chasing. It ain't even like niggas who bet you betting 1,000. Good fucking job. Most niggas don't be betting 1,000 unless you pay 'em.
no, you at that by going home. That's what I meant.
Oh, all right.
You go, nigga, like you said, guaranteed
Yeah,
coochie. I'm batting
yeah.
1,000 at
I'm
the.
betting for a fact.
Can't lose. Can't lose.
Yeah, for a fact. I'm betting 1,000.
Yo, Freedom, yo, salute to you, man. Thank you for calling, bro. Tell your
Take your ass home, player.
Tonight. That shit over.
Thanks for tapping in with Love Dr. Leto.
yo,
Shut the fuck up.
Look, y'all, I'm the Letter Doc. I'm the Love Doctor. I'm back. I'm back.
salute to Freedom Rider. We walked through that whole situation. We walked through
That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, anybody else that want to call in about this topic, the number's right here on the screen. You can call.
And the ladies that are viewing, hit me up and get some of these credit card grabbers if you got your little claws. Is that my car?
What is a grabber? What's that?
Look, I'm being artistic because we wear nails and we for the ATM for the girlie to get money and don't carry cash like me.
My God.
But first of all, don't your shit tap. Why you gotta stick it in?
I don't do that.
That's
You don't
all.
use your phone?
No, girl, I got my shit. What do you call that shit? Scan.
She said all men need to
I
have.
use my shit in the gas station. Next thing I know, I had 30,000 charges.
Hold on, sis. He said all men need to have that mentality. What?
That's right, ISIS. He taking his ass home, and Ten Toes said nothing in the streets. If you have a good woman at home, just go home. That's right, Ten Toes. That's what she's talking about.
But my thing,
But you know, like some of these men think that they winning by being in the streets and being with running around the streets, fucking a bunch of bitches, don't do shit but increase your chances of catching something that you can't get rid of. Because
Goodbye.
niggas be nasty. Niggas be nasty.
but if I'm working out, right? Like Freedom said, we night out, and I the night and we're fun. We're chilling. We're laughing. We're joking. I look at the clock and it says 45, but I'm having a great time. I'm enjoying myself.
Send a text.
Cool. Even with sending the text, depending like my wife said, you know your woman. If you got a woman gonna end with 9 missed calls, 3 voicemails, and when you come home, you might have to weave a couple of shots. You know what I'm saying?
That is toxic.
Do I have to feel that just for coming home as a
You have a whole panic attack.
Can I say this?
what's up?
Then get you a new bitch.
The topic was Simps. That was the main topic.
Right, but here's my whole thing. You're gonna continue to feel in that be in that space because of the type of bitch that you got. Well, so that you pick that hoe. Get a different one.
Some of these men like women like that though.
Right? They want to complain, but guess what? They be okay with that shit sometimes. So I don't want to hear about y'all. Respectfully,
Sometimes these men need structure.
shut up. I ain't say that shit. She did. I mean, granted they do, but she said it, not me.
No, seriously though.
Men need structure.
I said sometimes, not all men.
All right, yeah, you need structure, but you the thing that we from a woman.
Look, I needed structure at one point.
That's not what
I
I'm.
definitely no, but I'm saying it's not a bad thing needing structure. It's conducive to your development. I wasn't always the person I am now. I got structure.
Okay.
That's all. I'm not saying it's only for one sex. No. I'm a lot more reserved and not a lot more submissive. I hold my tongue a lot more.
Why? What's the difference between now and back then?
The man.
Not only that, I don't want to be the person that I was. Like, you know how I used to get with J Father. I got handsy, I yelled, I did all of that shit. Um, that take too much energy. I just want to be in my soft girl era. I want to be laid up and getting my flat butt rubbed on and getting sent into Pound Town. And occasionally getting the attitude so he could straighten it out with Pound Town. You know, regular shit.
See about man. Damn. For me, I think it was and I know this gonna sound weird.
Look, Freedom Rider, now Freedom Rider getting a new bitch. Damn it, we done came so long, Freedom, and we done took 5 step back. We just already said it ain't nothing out there.
I think for me, it was
Establish your dominance in your household with your woman as a man. Now, I'm not saying go in there and choke her ass out. I'm saying that y'all should establish a way of communicating that does not result in another grown person being punished. Another grown person feeling like they gotta stay up and like your mother used to do when she told you to be in the house at a certain time when she was locking the doors. No, no.
yeah.
Establish boundaries and healthy communication and apologize for your part. That she should apologize as well. I could have communicated. That was my bad. I
Excuse me.
apologize for that.
Excuse me. That's all cute and dandy, but it's also okay to leave. But moving on.
Freedom, you hearing what you want to hear. I done said not all men need structure. Some men need some structure. Didn't I say that, y'all?
Yes.
Yeah, you did. You did. You did.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna do that. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Hey, but oh shit, shut up.
That you changed as a person.
Oh, yeah. For me, changing the way I was moving wasn't working, and also understanding the person I was with was helping me get better. So, man, as a person, you know what I'm saying? I feel like only men can teach men how to be men. But as a person, she made me better. She made me understand
Oh,
differently and things like that.
did I
So
know?
for me, that was one of the reasons why I made a conscious living. It wasn't getting me anywhere. And when I was young,
So you needed structure.
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this. I needed some to see better in me and also self like going to the club, bitches, doing whatever. Now, me being with my lady, I've orchestrated businesses. We've done business together. We've made things happen and things like that. That's not her structuring me. That's not me structuring her.
It's not okay. I think you're taking structure as in structure. It's not in like she's not instructing anything. It's you saying she helped you become a better person, correct?
Exactly. That's what I'm.
She provided a form of stability for you, correct? Because you out your own mouth said how you was living, you didn't want to be that way, right?
Yeah. I was running around. That's a fact.
Yeah, so she provided structure.
Provided structure. All right, cool.
Look, he don't look, and that be the shit right there. Look, the two S's for both men and women are
But
clearly
first thing she said was niggas need structure. Like,
yes.
And I said some men do. You provided structure too. I remember Party Girl Risky.
no. I'm not saying. Let me rephrase.
You
Let me.
get what I'm saying? So it's not a bad
I
thing, structure.
The word need is what is what sauce. I
but
have
it's
no
needed.
It wasn't. You don't think it was needed?
put the spice on it.
I have a question. Excuse me,
Oh,
sir. Excuse me, sir. Hi. Hi. Excuse me,
Yes,
sir.
yes, I'm listening.
And I can only ask this because I'm comfortable in my motherfucking in my position. Do you really see yourself doing what you're doing right now with another bitch? Like I just don't any of them bitches that you was fucking, it wasn't happening. I'm just gonna answer that for you. That's a no.
I can agree.
So what she's trying to explain to you that the reason why I was what she's trying to explain to you is that the structure was all right, sir. There's certain shit that's not gonna happen because I'm not saying that you was outside while you was with me, but just know, oh, if you thought you was gonna be with me and be outside, that wasn't gonna happen. Go do that somewhere else. So there was boundaries that was being placed that you
boundaries.
cannot do with me that you was, doing with other people, and vice versa. So that's where the S for structure for men clearly is a trigger, and submissiveness
Yeah,
for women
yeah.
is a fucking trigger. Clearly,
You
there's
know
two
how long it
S's.
took me. The S is because submissive. Like who you calling pussy?
Right. So
I used to
I'm
hate
still
that word.
look,
I
and
used to
it, and
hate that word. I still struggle with it sometimes.
I'm still comfortable enough to
Submissive.
say that I struggle with that concept. But
Hmm.
I know one to let my man know where I'm at all day because I don't want that nigga thinking nothing other than what I'm doing. That's an
Period.
under. I can't just be like, oh, I'm getting up, leaving, doing whatever errands, using the
Right.
title of errands, and be outside for 8 hours. He's gonna be like, bitch, where was you
Nah.
at? No, I'm going to the nail salon. I'm going to the grocery store. I'm going to the pet store. I'm doing
Have a
all
whole
these different
list.
things. Okay,
Have a whole
I
list
under
because I want to
I
provide mental.
because I understood that this is what he needed for his comfortability with me.
Absolutely.
So I had to be somewhat submissive. Listen, just know that I'm not all the way there, and I just may never get there. Mind your business.
Same. Same.
Okay, mind's your business. But I understood that there is some of that has to happen. And even though my lovely husband doesn't like the word of needed structure, you would not have been able to do what you wanted to do with me. You could have did what you wanted to do with someone else, but respectfully, you would not be in the position of things that you're doing now. That's all I'm saying. Love you. Yep, toot toot.
That anybody in the comments got something to ask, or they want to call up real quick, let it be known. Speak your piece.
I like
Yeah,
him a little bit.
this was it.
I like him big bit. Big bit.
I love you too,
A
man.
lot of it. A lot of it.
A lot of it.
And shout out to man Ricky.
Ain't that what I said when he proposed? I said, I like it a little bit, a
A
little
little
bit,
bit. A little,
a little,
lot of it.
little bit.
Getting right at Tim Rick. Shout out to the whole beautiful disasters crew because I see they all over the comments. Shout out to
Thank you, sisters.
you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Touch. I see you in the comments. What's up, little sis?
Hey, sister.
You know what I mean? Like I said, this was
Sorry.
a good episode,
I
man.
know what my friends are.
Be back every Sunday at 8. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all share this. It's gonna be on YouTube about another 20 minutes. So if the people are not in the group chat, you can send them the group chat. We want to get as many people in the group chat as possible. We want to build a community over here. And
Like, subscribe, comment, share, 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 share.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Oh yeah, she don't want no need to do that.
Do y'all got last words, ladies?
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your support. And Freedom, thank you for agreeing with me this whole time.
Shut up. You just can let it go.
No, I'm
Just
not.
know the S's are okay. Structure
Submission,
and
structure,
submission. It's okay.
it's
They're good
fine.
S's.
They go hand in hand.
They do. Just saying.
Yo,
One needs the other.
yo, fellas, be strong. Till next week.
Oh look at another S.
Oh, man.
Y'all check on me later because this man come in, he gonna be talking big shit.
And you gonna shut your ass up. Love you.
I sure am. I'm about to go make his plate right now.
Man, next week, man. This is Crooked Opinion Podcast, man. We out of here.